Subtopic 5.2 Scalar Product. At the end of the lesson, students should be able to find the scalar product, use the properties of scalar product, find the angle between two vectors, and find the direction cosine for a non-zero vector. Scalar product. What is scalar product? Scalar product is also we call it as dot product, and we symbolize with dot. The dot product gives a scalar or the number or constant answer. The scalar product of two vector AB is defined as AB equal to magnitude A times magnitude B times cos theta, where theta is the angle between vectors A and B with a common initial point. For this condition is theta between 0 until 180. And now we look at the graph. If our theta is less than 90 degrees, or we call it as acute angle, that means A dot B greater than 0 or positive. The answer for product A and B is positive. But if theta is 90 degrees, that means perpendicular, or we call it as perpendicular. Then A dot B equal to 0 because cos 90 degrees is 0. And what if the theta between 90 and 180 degrees, or we call it as obtuse angle? Then A dot B must be negative or less than 0. For dot product, let's say we have A equal to x1, y1 and z1, and B, vector B, x2, y2 and z2. Then the dot product for A and B is given by, this is our vector form. Alright, we have two forms, vector form and matrix form. For vector form, we just multiply in terms of a vector, such as like this, and we just multiply the element of I with I, element of J with element of J, and lastly element of K. And then we just adding all the elements. Or we can rewrite as matrix form, such as x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2. So the operation is still same. The operation is still same. That means x1 multiply with x2, or I element with I element, y2 and y1, and z1 and z2. Multiply, and then we just add the element. Example 7. Given A is 3i minus 7k and B equal to negative 2j plus 3k. Evaluate A dot B if the angle between A and B is 140. For this question, given the angle is 140, that means we have to use the first formula, A dot B equal to magnitude A times magnitude B times cos theta. So now we calculate the magnitude of A equal to square root of 3 squared plus negative 7 squared. So the answer is 58. And then we calculate magnitude of B. So magnitude of B is square root of negative 2 squared plus 3 squared. So the answer is 13. And we put back at the formula. So we can get 58 times 13 cos 140. So the answer is negative 21. Look back at the graph. So our theta is 140. That means the answer must be in negative. So we can get negative answer. Example 8. Evaluate A 2i minus j dot 3i plus k. So we rewrite as matrices form. So we have 2, negative 1, 0 dot 3, 0, 4. And then we just multiply each element for I, j and k. So 2 times 3, we can get 6 plus negative 1 times 0. So we can get 0 plus 0 times 4 equal to 0. So the answer is 6. And make sure the answer must be in the scalar form or constant. Okay, next. B. 3j minus 2k dot I plus 2j minus 7k. So we have 0, 3 and negative 2 dot 1 to negative 7. So each element we just multiply. So we can get 0 plus 3 times 2 plus negative 2 times negative 7. So 3 times 2 is 6 plus negative 2 times negative 7 is 14. So the final answer is 20. So for example 9, given that A and B, find T if A is perpendicular. Okay, remember that perpendicular means the angle must be 90 degrees. And then we know that cos 90 is equal to 0. That means A dot B must be equal to 0. So by using these properties, A dot B equal to 0, so we can find the value of T, which is A is 3T negative 2 dot 1 minus T negative 3 and 4 equal to 0 because it perpendicular. So we have 3 times 1 minus T plus negative 3 times T plus negative 2 times 4 equal to 0. So we just expand. So 3 minus 3T minus 3T minus 8 equal to 0. So we can get negative 6T equal to 3 minus 8, 5. So T is equal to negative 5 over 6. So we proceed with properties of the scalar product. For properties of scalar product, if we have two vector, the same vector, let's say we have vector A dot vector A, that means it is equal to magnitude A squared. what if A dot B? It also can be rewrite as B dot A. Okay, so we have A times B plus C. So we just expand A dot B plus A dot C. Also, we can rewrite M multiply AB such as like this. We just factorize M and then we product A and B, dot product A and B, or we can put M times B and then A dot the value of M dot B. What if we have vector 0 times vector A? So the answer must be 0 because each element we just multiply with 0. So the value must be 0. Okay, this is another properties of parallel. Parallel means A dot B equal to magnitude A, magnitude B. Or it can be negative. That means the direction is opposite. Another one, we know that perpendicular, that means A dot B must be equal to 0. Okay. Oh, before that, parallel means selari. Okay, like this. So maybe if we can get positive, that means the theta equal to 0. Okay, equal to 0. And if the value is negative, that means opposite, like this. So maybe the theta is 180. We know that cos cos 0 is positive 1. And then this is 90 degrees, 0. And 180 negative 1 for this one. That's why our value, if the theta is 0, the value is positive 1. And when the degree is 180, the answer is negative. We look at the example 10. Simplify A plus B dot C minus A plus C dot B. We just multiply each element. So A dot C plus B dot C minus A dot B minus C dot B. From the properties, we know that B dot C is equal to C dot B. So plus and minus equal to 0. So the rest is A dot C minus A dot B. Or we factorize back the same element which is A. So A multiply with C dot, C minus B. So this is our final answer. Next, the angle between two vectors. If A and B are two vectors and theta is the angle between them, from the definition A dot B equal to magnitude A dot multiply with magnitude B cos theta. So we just make cos theta as a subject. So we can get A dot B over magnitude A magnitude B. So if we want to find the theta, we can get inverse cos A dot B over magnitude A magnitude B. Remember that it must be from the same initial point. Okay, from the same initial point. So for this is vector B, this one is vector A. Okay, so we can get the theta between them. Alright, look at the example 11. If we have magnitude A equal to 4, magnitude B equal to 3, and A dot B equal to 7, find the angle between A and B. So by using the formula of cos theta equal to A dot B over magnitude A magnitude B, so we just substitute the value. A dot B is equal to 7 over magnitude A is 4 times magnitude B is 3. So cos theta equal to 7 over 12. But the question is to find the angle. So theta is equal to inverse cos 7 over 12. The answer is 54.31 degrees. Okay, next. Example 12. The angle between vectors A and B is inverse cos 1 over 84. So now, from this question, we know that we calculate inverse cos or 1 over 80, we can get 83.74 degrees. So, if the angle less than 90 degrees, that means the dot product A and B must be positive value. Okay. So first, by using formula of angle inverse cos A dot B over magnitude A magnitude B equal to inverse cos 1 over 80. So we just take the value of A dot B. So A dot B, okay, we have to find A dot B. So what is the value for A dot B? A is 1 lambda 2 dot with 2, 3 and 1 over square root of 1 squared plus lambda squared plus 2 squared times 2 squared plus 3 squared plus 1 squared. So just equal with the value. Okay. So for A dot B equal to 2 plus 2, 4. So 4 plus 3 lambda over 2, 4, 5. So third 5 plus lambda squared times 4, 9, 1, 14 equal to 1 over third 84. We just put 4 plus 3 lambda equal to third 84 times third 84 and then 1 times third, so third 5 plus lambda squared, third 14. So if we find the value of third, that means we can eliminate the third with squaring both sides. So we can get 84 times 4 plus 3 lambda squared equal to 5 plus lambda squared times 14. And we can simplify 64 and 14. So we can get 6 here. So we have 6 times 16 plus 24 lambda plus 9 lambda squared equal to 5 plus lambda squared. So 16 times 6, 98 plus 144 lambda plus 54 lambda squared minus 5 minus lambda squared equal to 0. So when we simplify, we can get 53 lambda squared plus 144 lambda plus 91 equal to 0. So we can get 53 lambda plus 91 lambda plus 1 equal to 0. So lambda we can get two value. Lambda equal to negative 91 over 53 or lambda equal to negative 1. Okay, which one the final answer? Or are both the final answer? So we check back where A dot B must be positive. A dot B must be positive. So we just calculate by using calculator. We substitute the lambda is negative 91 over 53 or lambda is equal to negative 1. So by using A dot B here, we just have to find the answer must be positive. So from the calculator, we can get lambda equal to negative 1, only get A dot B equal to positive. So this is our final answer. Last subtopic for this video. Direction cosine for a non-zero vectors. Let's say we have one vector P, which is A, B and C. So we can compare A with X, B with Y axis and C with Z axis. That means we have to find the vector to X axis, B with Y axis, okay, P with X is alpha, this one, okay, not here, but with the axis, okay, this is our beta, and then P, the value of C with Y axis is gamma. Alright. So, how about the angle between alpha, beta and gamma? So, we can get by using angle 2 vector. So, cos alpha, we just take the value of X over the magnitude of OP. Cos beta equal to B over magnitude OP. And then cos gamma C over magnitude OP. This is our direction cosine. We just remember that direction cosine must be the answer in the form of cos and cos. But for direction angle, the value must be alpha, beta or gamma. Alright. So what is the properties of the direction cosine? The properties of a direction cosine is cos squared alpha plus cos squared beta plus cos squared gamma must be equal to 1. Okay, another one is unit vector for OP is A BC over magnitude OP, or we can rewrite as cos alpha I cos beta J plus cos gamma K. Okay, now we look at the example. Example 18. Find the direction cosine. Okay, remember that if the question is direction cosine, that means the answer must be cos. And the direction angle must be in the form alpha, beta or gamma. Of A equal to 2i plus 3j plus minus k. So direction cosine is cos alpha is equal to, just take the value of I, so we have 2 over the magnitude of A. Magnitude of A is 2 squared plus 3 squared plus negative 1 squared, or 2 over 14. And then we find cos beta. Cos beta is element of J. J is 3. So 3 over 14. And then cos gamma equal to K element, which is negative 1. So negative 1 over 14. This is our direction cosine. What about the direction angle? So the direction angle is alpha inverse cos 2 over 14. So we can get 57.69 degrees. How about cos beta? So beta, we can get inverse cos 3 over 14. So we can get the answer is 36.7 degrees. And for lambda, we can get inverse cos negative 1 over 14. Or our value must be, the theta must be obtuse angle, because this is the value is negative, okay? So when the value of negative, that means our angle must be greater than 90 degrees. So the answer is 105.5 degrees.